Hello and welcome back to the Milan Save on Football Manager 2023. Since last episode, we've played a whole handful of matches and we have found out who we're going to be playing in today's episode in the round of 16 of the Champions League, and it's a doozy. But first of all, we'll run through all the games that we've played since last episode. So we kick things off with a convincing 3-0 victory over Frozen Known in our first game at home. Leao, De Ketelaere and Fofana on the score sheet. This was Fofana's first game since returning from the African Cup of Nations. And also this win sent us level on points with Juve at the top of the league. Then we had a third round Coppa Italia match at home to Serie B side Cagliari. And you can see from this, we completely dominated. We battered them by 8-1. This was Benesa's first game back since the African Cup of Nations. And he played okay. Dembele got his first hat-trick of the season in this game. He got even more than a hat-trick. He scored 4 goals in this game and got a 10 out of 10 rating. So no complaints at all about this performance. Then we faced our toughest challenge yet against Juve at home. We won 3-0 and we knew heading into this that we needed to do better than a 2-0 win in order to go above Juve on head-to-head. And obviously we did. We did a 3-0 win. So this sent us to the top of the table. And this game also featured a first goal for the club for Vitor Roque, the young Brazilian that we signed last summer and came to us in the middle of this season. Next, it was Coppa Italia quarter-final time and we were drawn against Sassuolo, who surprisingly knocked out holders of the Coppa Italia, Juve, in the third round, beating them by 2-1. But they didn't beat us. We won this one 2-0, Marko Lazetic getting a brace. And that was, in fact, his third brace of the season, so he's a very capable brace getter. I'm not sure he's got a hat-trick yet, but I'm sure it's coming. And next up, it was Sassuolo again, but this time in the league, and we did one better by beating them 3-0 rather than the 2-0. It was Pierre Kalulu's first game back after missing the last 4 games as he was out with a virus, and he did okay at centre-back coming in. Vitor Roque getting on the score sheet once again, and Theo Hernandez and Vignato, the other goal scorers. Now, heading into this game, we knew that if we won, we would go top of the table as Juve dropped points against Napoli, only managing to draw with them. But we'd have to do it without Moussa Dembele, who had been ruled out after picking up an injury in training. He was going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Thankfully, we did get a goal just before half-time. Rafa Leao with a tap-in from Fofana's cross, and it's another victory for us against Bologna. After the Bologna game, I signed a new 4-year contract with the club, so my future is locked in. My contract was expiring at the end of the season, but thankfully they've offered me a new one and I've obviously accepted it. And I'm actually going to show you the one goal from this game because it's a peach by Fofana. You can see Leao also had a goal disallowed for offside. It didn't matter in the end. We still beat Genoa by 1-0. So Leao picked the ball up on the left-hand side, crossed it into Datro Fofana on the edge of the box. He took a few touches and then smashes it past the goalkeeper to put us 1-0 up. And obviously that was the only goal of the game in the end. And this result meant that we'd won a fantastic 14 league games in a row. But then Atalanta came to town and this game was played 3 days before the Liverpool game, which we're about to play in this episode. And I heavily rotated the squad, not going to lie. Marshage, you can see, was playing at centre-back. I don't think I've played him at centre-back all season. Atalanta took complete advantage of that. Rooney Bargi did, it looked like, give us the lead after 21 minutes, but it was ruled out for offside. Then Zapata and Malinovsky got 2 goals for Atalanta. Lazetic thought he'd got a goal back after 65 minutes, but again, that was ruled out for offside as well. And despite us having the better XG, more shots, it doesn't tell the story of the game. Atalanta were the much better side and deserved their win. So unfortunately, the winning run is over and we have also dropped down to second in the table because Juve picked up a win in their game. So this is what the current Serie A table looks like. Juve top of the table by 1 point from us. We're on 61 points. We're 5 points clear of Inter in third and 10 points clear in the Champions League places. So hopefully Champions League football is pretty much secured for next season. Obviously, still 12 games left. Juve could still drop points here and there. They don't have any other competitions to worry about. They're out of the Coppa Italia. They're out of the Champions League. All they've got to focus on now is the league. Looking at the games, they've got a tough game against Inter coming up. Got Roma, they've got Lazio, they've got Atlanta as well. So some games that they could struggle in, I guess, coming up for Juve. Whereas on paper, Our run-in is... Actually, it's pretty similar, isn't it? We've got to play Lazio. We've got to play Roma. We've got to play Inter. Is Inter the last game of the season? Who decided that? Oh, God. That's not good. You can see that we've been drawn against Fiorentina in the Coppa Italia as well, if you're interested. And also, I mean, I've forgotten that I've not even told you this. We've got Liverpool. I might have even mentioned it just before, but we've got Liverpool in the round of 16 of the Champions League. So it's the English Premier League champions, or the current holders of the English Premier League, against the current holders of Serie A. It's a repeat of the 2005 and 2007 Champions League finals, and hopefully we can pick up a win in what is no doubt going to be a very, very tough tie. We are at Anfield for the first leg, and I am not looking forward to this. However, I've just noticed on the right-hand side, Trent Alexander-Arnold is suspended for this game, and Mo Salah is injured. So that could be helpful. Looking at how Liverpool are doing domestically, they're currently second in the Premier League, 3 points behind City, but City have got a game in hand on them. They've just lost 1-0 to Spurs and drawn 1-1 with Leicester, so possibly coming into a bit of poor form at the moment. Jurgen Klopp still their manager, Jordan Henderson still their captain, Van Dijk and Salah are all still there as well. And now, of course, there is some other stories to be told in this tie, as there are two former Milan players, at least former Milan players that I sold to Liverpool, that will be playing against us, I imagine. One is David Calabria, who we sold in the first season at the right back, and then Sandro Tonali, the £80 million man that we sold in January. He will possibly be facing us. Will he be cup tied? Will he be cup? He could be cup tied, you know. We'll have to wait and see. In the other Champions League game that's being played tonight, we have Arsenal against Newcastle in an all Premier League tie. I'll show you quickly the entire draw for the round of 16. A couple of games played already. Real Madrid with a 3-1 lead heading into the second leg against Roma. PSG with a 3-1 lead heading into the second leg against fellow French side Monaco. But as well as the ties that I've mentioned, there's Bayern Man City, huge game. Atletico against Leipzig. I think Leipzig are currently top of the Bundesliga, and Atletico are second in La Liga, so that should be a good game as well. Marseille against Man United. Yeah. Dortmund against Barcelona as well in the Battle of the Bees. So hopefully we can get a result here against Liverpool at Anfield. So this is the lineup we are going with for this first leg in Liverpool. We have Menyon in goal, Zanoli at right back, Kalulu and Tomori in central defence. Luca Netz is in at left back because Theo Hernandez is suspended for this game. Ishmael Benitez alongside Divine Wrench in defensive midfield. Fofana is at right wing. Leao is at left wing. Charles de Ketelaere is attacking centre midfield. And then Marco Lazetic in for the injured Moussa Dembele up front. Hopefully these lads can get us a positive result. I would even take a narrow defeat at Anfield because it's a tough place to go to. So looking at the lineup that Liverpool have chosen to go with, they've got David Calabria playing and Sandro Tonali playing. So both former Milan players are on the field. Tammy Abraham, he has moved to them from Roma. He's doing quite well for them as well. He's playing today with Diaz and Elliott. I've been looking at Harvey Elliott as a possible signing, but he's a bit out of my price range currently. He's £69 million valued, and I don't have that money yet. First chance of the game, throw in on the left-hand side. Tsimikas finds Luis Diaz, ball into the box towards Abraham. Abraham with the header, and that's just off the top of the goal. Not the best of starts for us. 2 minutes in and Liverpool already having an effort on goal. And now on the right-hand side this time, Calabria with the throw-in. Elliott dispossessed. Lazetic picks it up. Can we get on the counter-attack? It's Divine Wrench. That's a risky pass. Minion with a long ball forward. And I think that was just a panicked clearance more than anything. Calabria has picked it up for Liverpool now, moving forward with it through Henderson. Plays it back to Fabinho, who I think is playing at centre-back today. Now Tonali out wide left to Tsimikas. And Liverpool are looking very, very dangerous at the start of this game. It's Tsimikas down on the left-hand side. Comes back, plays the ball across to Henderson. Can we get the interception? No, we can't. Henderson with the shot, and it's just over the goal again. So many warning shots being fired so early on here. I'm a bit scared at the moment, so we're going to switch from the gegenpress. We're going to move to fluid counter-attack and just see if we can try and get them on the break, because they do seem to be pressuring us quite a bit. Free kick for Liverpool. Elliott whips it in towards Luis Diaz. There's a header from Tammy Abraham, just gone wide again. We've kept them quiet for the past 20 minutes since the first flurry of chances in the opening moments of this first half. But they are coming back once more with Thiago on the ball. Plays it back to Fabinho. Now David Calabria. Forward to Elliott. Elliott's in the box now. Don't let him get a ball across. It's Elliott. Don't foul him. Back to Calabria. Calabria Not against us. Off the bar. Calabria nearly scoring against his former club. Thankfully hitting the crossbar, and then Datro Fofana just hits the ball off the Liverpool player, slows the game down, and hopefully we're going to get to half time, which we do. It's been a struggle. My God. Look at the stats. 9 shots. They've not had any on target, mind. So they're not that good. We've got 100% shot accuracy in this game for our 1 shot and 1 shot on target. So Kalulu's having a pretty torrid time out there at centre back. Lazetic not doing very well up front either. I'm going to bring Gabbia on for Kalulu. Gabbia's looking motivated on the bench. In terms of replacing Lazetic, however, we don't have that many options. We've got Marco de Gracia, who could possibly replace him. Charles de Ketelaere, I guess. He's pretty decent up front, isn't he? We'll do that. We're going to move Charles de Ketelaere up front. Lazetic is going to come off, and Samuele Vignato is going to come on for him. I would quite like to take Nets off, but I'm not too sure about his replacement in Leonardo D'Alessio. Don't quite think he's good enough. He's just on the bench to make up the numbers, really. I'm a little bit tempted to go back to the gegenpress because I feel like we might be inviting a bit too much pressure on. But we do have the ball here, or at least we did. Vignato's just... You thought Tonali still played for us. That's what he's done there. Now Tonali's in the box. Abraham. Do I switch it back to gegenpress? Nets don't get sent off. Thank you very much. Rafa Leao on the ball. It's getting it away to Abraham. And we're just inviting pressure from them. Abraham with a shot over the bar. I don't know what to do. On the 60th minute, I'm going to change to gegenpress if we don't have another shot by then. Okay, we've got to the 60th minute. We haven't had another shot. We're going to change it back to gegenpress. This could come back to bite me, but I just feel like we're not creating enough. We're also going to take Luca Nets off. It's time. D'Alessio, show me what you can do, pal. I've not got any confidence in you whatsoever. Fofana and Leao, they're looking a bit knackered as well. I can probably take one of them off. I'm not fully confident that Bargi can come in this big game to do anything. Gouveia, however, he has proven himself in the past, so we'll take Fofana off for Gouveia. Throw in. We have a throw in. Could this be a chance for us? It's Vignato. That's going to fall to Liverpool, isn't it? Tonali's going to come away with it. He heads that forward towards Darwin Núñez. This looks dangerous again. Tonali advancing forward finds Luis Diaz. Now Tsimikas running down the left-hand side. Not sure why Robertson's not playing today, but he's played the ball forward to Diaz. Diaz is in the box now. We need to make a challenge. It's into Darwin. Is that a foul? It's cleared. I don't think it is a foul. Vignato's brought it down, but he's dispossessed by Keita, and Liverpool are going to come forward once again. Or not. They're going to go back instead to Alisson. And now building from the back once more. Matip is on the pitch now, and Konate. They've made some changes at centre-back. Henderson moving forward with the ball now. Tries the ball forward, gets lucky, gets it back. Henderson, back post, Diaz is there, headed away by Zanoli. Henderson nods it down to Tonali. Darwin, no! Please be offside. I don't think he is. It's going to go to VAR. Sandro Tonali, possibly with an assist to put us a goal down. Has been given. Darwin Núñez, the goal scorer. It's been coming all game. We've done well to keep them out for this long, to be honest. Henderson with the ball down, and then Tonali with the volley headed in by Darwin Núñez. Now, what we don't want is a second Liverpool goal, but we could get an equaliser here. Benesa with the corner. Gabbia. I thought that was in. Liverpool with a goal kick now. We need to press them high. We need to do what Liverpool do. We need to win the ball high up the field. Alisson, though, wise to that, launches that. Menyun, don't make a mistake, pal. He decides to launch it as well towards Leao. Headed away by Henderson. Now Tonali, down to Elliott. Inside to Gomez. Keita with a ball out left. Tsimikas. Tsimikas has got tons of space to run into. We need to close him down and hopefully get a block on his cross. It's Tsimikas down by the byline now. Comes back on himself, plays it to Diaz. Now Keita. Across to Elliott, who's unmarked. D'Alessio, don't make a foul. It's made a foul. D'Alessio's made a foul. It's time. D'Alessio, show me what you can do, pal. I've not got any confidence in you whatsoever. Oh, the man that I wasn't sure about bringing on. I shouldn't have brought him on. He's fouled Harvey Elliott in the box, and the referee's not giving it. There wasn't a foul. Okay, I take it back. Sorry, Leonardo. You're doing a good job. Well done, pal. Things could get worse, though. Elliott with the corner. Whipped in. Matip. Oh. Okay, we need to just stop the flood now, because they could get more. Why have I done that? Okay, fluid counter-attack. What we're going to do... I don't know what to do, so we're just going to keep it the same. I mean, that just sounds ridiculous. Bargy, come on then. See what you can do in place of Leao. We might need our own Istanbul in the second leg if they do get their third, as they're just passing it around the back now. We've not looked very dangerous at all in this game. Hopefully home advantage has a different effect for us next time, as Zanoli intercepts that and hopefully doesn't give the ball back to Liverpool, which I'm afraid he's going to do right now, as he gives that straight to Tsimikas to head down to Luis Diaz. And now Diaz with the ball to Elliott. He might be offside. It's gone in. Is he offside? The referee's going to go to VAR, but we could be 3-0 down here. And I feel like that's a margin too big to come back from in the second leg. The referee is checking, and it's been given 3-0. Harvey Elliott on the score sheet. Luis Diaz with the assist. Can we win 3-0 in the second leg? I'm not so sure. I don't want to see all these replays, thanks. So there's the full-time whistle. Pretty disappointing result. We held off until the 74th minute before conceding. And then the floodgates opened. 3-0 defeat. We only managed 5 shots, 2 on target. We've got a massive uphill struggle in the second leg. In the other game today, Arsenal beat Newcastle by 2-0. 2 very late goals within a minute of each other in the 81st and 82nd minute. So a big margin for Newcastle to come back from as well. So we're going to go and play the Lazio League game off camera. Then we'll be back with the result of that and the second leg at San Siro against Liverpool. So we played that league game off camera and we managed to win 1-0. It was a heavily rotated side. Again, I think there's only 4 players that started the game that will be playing in the second leg against Liverpool in the Champions League. They were Mignon, Singo, Kalulu and Lazetic. It was Lazetic who got the only goal of the game as well. He scored a header from a Lucanet's corner, thankfully in first half stoppage time, and we managed to get the win. But that doesn't change things much at the top of Serie A. We're still 1 point behind Juve because they beat Regina by 3-0, so we're still chasing, but we're still within touch and reach. Unlike our situation in this second leg, we have to perform a miracle at the San Siro to come back from this 3-goal deficit that Liverpool have put us in. We'll see what we can do. There's other first leg games being played today as well. Atletico are playing Leipzig and Bayern are playing Man City on the same day as we're playing our second leg games. It's a bit of a weird scheduling system that they've got going on with the round of 16 games, but I guess they've got less time to fit more games in with the new layout of the competition. So this is the lineup for the second leg. It's Mignon in goal, Singo at right back because Zanoli is suspended for this game after picking up too many yellow cards. Kalulu and Tomori in central defence. Tomori returning to the squad after a rest for the league game. Hopefully he is fighting fit. Theo Hernandez is back into the squad after his suspension as well. We've got Benesa alongside Wrench in defensive midfield. Fofana at right wing. Leao at left wing. Charles Zakatale attacking centre midfield. Marco Lazetic up front. Same front four as we had in the first leg. Hopefully we can get a job done against Liverpool in the second leg. It's asking for a lot. And Liverpool have actually made some changes as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold is back into the side. Canate is starting rather than Fabinho alongside Van Dijk at centre-back. Fabinho is playing though. He's alongside Tonali and Henderson in the centre of midfield. Roberto Firmino is playing instead of Tammy Abraham as well. Tammy Abraham must have picked up an injury because he's not even on the bench today. So hopefully we can... I mean, their defence looks stronger on paper. I was going to say hopefully we can take advantage of the changes, but... maybe not. So throw-in deep in the Liverpool half. It's a Liverpool throw-in though. It's Canate on the ball after receiving that from Trent. Now Trent gets it back, plays it back to Canate. And again, we just need to win the ball high up the field here. An early goal would be delightful. It'd be just what we are after as Van Dijk clears that towards Diaz. This is looking concerningly like the first leg. Unless Wrench can get in there with a header, which he can. Now Lazetic. Leao, he's got a bit of space to run into. Please, Rafa Leao with a chance. And he's fluffed that. He's fluffed that completely. A goal after the opening 10 minutes would have been the perfect start. But Rafa Leao not brought his shooting boots, it seems, today. Now Firmino's on the ball to Henderson. It's beautiful football. There's not much more you can say. Diaz, Kalulu may have tripped him. Diaz still got the ball. Diaz with a shot. If it goes in, it's going to be game over, but it's somehow not gone in. It was a great save by Maignan. And then Mignon, changed his name again, and then it was cleared, thankfully. Corner kick for Liverpool. It's Elliott to take it from the right-hand side. Headed away by Leao, but Tonali is there on the edge of the box. We need to close him down. Fabinho back to Trent. Now Elliott again. Elliott, no. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's over. It's over. There's no way we're getting 4 goals. It is done. We're going to have to switch it up. We need 4 goals. So we're switching to attacking. We'll put Benessa in centre mid, I guess. We're going to switch to 2 up front. I know what way this is going to go. It's going to go the way of Liverpool just scoring about 6. But the whole point of this save is to win the Champions League. So we've got to do all we can to try and do that. It's Fabinho. Is he going to have an effort? He is. It's a good save from Mike Mignon in goal. It's a case of how many are Liverpool going to score now, I think. And I don't have it in me to tell the boys to play defensively, because where's the fun in that? As Leao heads away that corner. Tonali's got it on the edge of the box, though. Good tackle, but it's fallen to Van Dijk. Shot blocked and headed away by Tomori, I think it was. But Elliott's got it again into the box to Diaz. I don't know how that ball went through our defenders, but it did. And thankfully, Mignon was there to save it. Can we at least get a chance? It's Singo, the ball forward to Datro. I wonder if the game would have been any different if Leao had taken that early opportunity that he had as De Ketelaere runs down the right-hand side. Ball inside to Leao. Very early ball it was. Leao with the shot, and that's pulled wide. His second effort of the game. Another one that has missed the target. Now you have to bear in mind, as much as I am deflated, Liverpool were runners-up in the Champions League last season, so they're a tough side. They've won the Premier League as well. We don't have the quality to match them, it seems, as they are perhaps coming forward once more. Fabinho, long ball, that's going to be picked up nicely by Tomori. Can he get us on an attack of our own? Kalulu back to Tomori. Now Wrench. There's a through ball opportunity onto Teo. He finds him. Teo with a bad pass, but Leao has got it. Datro Fofana, is he onside? We've scored one if he's onside. I don't know if he's onside. Is he onside? Can I celebrate? Datro Fofana is possibly... I think the goal is going to count because it's just gone straight to the replay. So it was a nice through ball from Wrench to Teo. Teo, bad first touch or pass, not sure which one it was. Leao, very fortunate to pick that up off the defender's mistake. Plays it through to Datro, and Datro has got us possibly back into this game. We need another 3 goals. There's 34 minutes gone, so there's still plenty of time for that opportunity to happen. Throw in on the right-hand side. Singo to take it. I'm starting to believe now, and that is very, very dangerous. Singo on the ball. Can he get a ball in? A second before half-time would be a delightful. Datro to Benessa, ball into the box, headed away by Trent, and this could be a counter-attacking opportunity for Liverpool now. Elliott on the ball, plays that inside to Fabinho, now Tonali. We need to win the ball back. It's Henderson to Firmino, and our hope is going to be dashed possibly just as soon as it was given to us, as Tsimikas has the ball on the left-hand side. Great through ball to Diaz. Diaz in the box now. We need to get rid of this. Diaz, ball to the edge of the box to Tonali on the volley off the bar, headed away by Singo, and hopefully we're going to get cleared. We are. Corner, Benessa to take it. Leao with the header. Leao with the goal. We've got a second. We need 2 more. 50 minutes gone. We've got 40 minutes to get 2 goals. Can we do it? Is the miracle possible? Rafa Leao with the header. That's his 3rd opportunity of the game. He's managed to take this one. Header at the near post, beating Alisson, and Benessa with the assist. 2 more goals needed to just level the game. Free kick. Benessa to take it. Towards Kalulu. There's a header there, and that's never looked like going in. I think it was Fofana that actually had the header in the end. 65 minutes gone. We've got some players that are starting to look a bit knackered out there. So I think we are going to have to make some changes. And I'm not so sure about making them, if I'm honest. Pabega's going to come on for Benessa in centre midfield. And Gouveia is going to come on for Rafa Leao at left wing. I'd ideally like to have kept Leao on, but he's going to not be performing very well if he's of a very poor condition, which he is. I'm going to pull De Ketelaere off the field as well. And we'll bring Vignato on for him as the advanced forward. He's looking a bit anxious, Charles De Ketelaere. I am also a little bit concerned that Theo Hernandez is looking aggressive, but we'll just keep him on. Hopefully he doesn't get sent off. Right, free kick. Just under 20 minutes to go. Theo to the back post. Kalulu with the header. Kalulu with the goal. We need 1. It's 3-1. Is this going to happen? Pierre Kalulu, great header. Oh, don't like this. Don't like this. But then I do like it at the same time. Teo Hernandez with a great ball in. Kalulu with another header beating Alisson in the Liverpool goal. We've got 18 minutes to get an equaliser in the tie. Okay, there's a highlight. We've got 5 minutes left. This could be the last opportunity for someone. It's Mignon with the ball in his hands. Launches it up the field. Matip heads that away. Can Gouveia win it? He can't. Calabria does instead. Tonali forward to Elliott. This could just be a final nail in our coffin. It's Darwin Nunez on the ball. And Nunez with a shot. It's saved. Elliott's going to be there first to it. Good save from Mignon. And hopefully we're going to have another opportunity. Elliott was offside, so it didn't really matter in the end. We need another highlight. We are going to switch to a very attacking. And I don't know what else I can do. We'll push our full backs up, I guess, to be proper wing backs. This is mental. There's 4 minutes of added time. Are we going to get another chance? I don't think we are. I think we've come so close, and yet so far, it's painful. It's so painful. It gave me hope. I had hope. I had very little hope heading into the game. 3-0 down. Even less when Elliott took the lead for Liverpool. I got a little bit of hope back when Fofana scored. Even more when Leao scored. I thought it was going to happen when Kalulu scored, and it's just not happened. We've lost in the Champions League again. We've lost in the round of 16. We've lost to last season's runners-up. I can't say anything negative to that. They gave it the best effort. We shouldn't have been 3-0 down if we'd played properly in the first leg, but for the performance today, I can't say anything negative. Elsewhere, the comeback happened for Newcastle. 5-3 win after penalties, in fact, it looks like there. Lots of goals in extra time, but Newcastle managing to turn the game around against Arsenal. In the first leg games that played, Atletico beating Leipzig and Bayern drawn 0-0 with Man City. But to be quite honest, I don't really care about any of that because my heart's just been broken in the Champions League again. So looking ahead to the next episode, we'll do what we did last season. We'll come back if we get to the Coppa Italia final. We'll play that. If the league season comes down to the final few games, I might play that as well. But we'll just see what happens. But that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been entertaining, if nothing else. If you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to get all my content when it comes out. Hit the notification bell to stay notified. And I'll see you next time for some possibly Coppa Italia, possibly Serie A, possibly just end of season review. I'll see you soon.